Is there really a right amount of time to go to Disney? Well, coming up, we'll discuss 8 reasons that a short trip may be the best way to go. Coming up. What's up, everybody? It's Nick from Who Dat Travel. Now, I have been to Disney for day trips, and I have been for almost 2 weeks. And I really don't think there's any wrong length of time to stay at Disney World. I am thrilled every time I get to go. With that being said, there are definitely perks to taking a shorter trip at Disney World instead of focusing on how to stay for most days possible. And here are 8 great reasons to consider a short trip of 4 days or less. And let me tell you, if you like these type of videos, please give it a huge thumbs up, smash that like button if that's what you're into. It really does help spread my videos to other people so they can be helped out as well. And if you wouldn't mind, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified when I release new content. It really does help grow the channel. Well, let's jump into those 8 reasons. Let's do this countdown style. So number 8, you won't need as much vacation time. The longer the trip you take, of course, the more vacation time you're going to need away from work. And if you're trying to take this time off when things are a little bit slower at Disney, that means you're going to have to take the kids out of school, and that also means they won't miss quite as much school if you're going to be taking them out. You're going to need these precious days off for other reasons, so you won't have to sacrifice the vacation time for a short 4-day trip. Really, a long weekend is a perfect example of this. Number 7, the trip will fit into your budget easier. The fewer days that you stay, the less the cost of the trip is by default. This is less eating out, fewer nights at the hotel, fewer nights having a rental car, less opportunity to go shopping. You can actually tally up the average cost per day and see how much you would save if you cram everything into a shorter vacation. And of course, this can be a little bit different with Disney tickets, but we'll talk about how you may be able to save a little bit more there in a little bit. Number 6, you can focus on playing hard for just a few short days. If you can condition yourself to get up early and stay out late for just a few short days, you can actually get in a ton of fun in just a couple days. With certain parks opening early and other parks ending much later, you can go from sun up to sundown. And this, of course, gets extremely tiring if you are going to be doing this for a long vacation. For a short time, you can burn that fuse very, very bright and go ahead and make sure that you get everything done. If you're only going for a short couple days, you don't necessarily have to have time down at the resort. And so that is another way that you can save, is by not maybe going to the most luxurious spot to stay, because you're really not going to be in that room for that long. Number 5, you can stay at desired accommodations more affordably. Well, I know this goes and completely contradicts everything that I just said in the last one, that, well, you're not going to be in the hotel room for a lot, and you may not need a resort day because you're going to the parks. But this is a way that you could stay at a deluxe accommodation more affordably. I know the price tag for a 7-day or longer at a deluxe resort may send you running for the hills, but if you cut that time in half, it definitely looks like a much more appealing number to be able to shell out. So if you're going to do a non-peak season, you may be able to find it is even a better deal there as well. Number 4, kids won't miss much at school during off-season travel. Now, I know we talked about this a little bit with the lack of vacation time, but let's go into this a little bit deeper. If you have school-aged children, you may tend to shy away from travel dates that fall on school days. I get that, and there is no judgment if you want to take your kids out or if you don't want to. But the best deals are usually found when school is in session. So if you're torn, then plan a short trip when the kids won't miss much at school, but you're still going to take advantage of the cheaper prices during the non-peak times. It's definitely a win-win. Another benefit is that you will experience fewer crowds, so you can definitely fit in a ton more fun in a shorter amount of time with the time that you are there. Number 3, less worrying about happenings at the home while you're gone. It can be stressful to leave your home. I get it. The plants need to be watered, the cat needs to be looked on, The dog has to go to the kennel, or you have to find somebody to take your dog. The less time you're gone means the less time that you have worrying about these stresses. It's usually much easier to find help for a shorter period of time than it is for a long trip too. And of course, this will be much cheaper to not have to pay vet bills or kennel bills to be able to house your animals for a much longer period of time as well. Number 2, you may be able to visit more frequently. You can't decide whether you want to visit in summer or in December? Well, why not both? If you plan a couple of shorter trips instead of one long one, it helps to spread out some of the magic more. You don't feel as much of the Disney withdrawals, and you get to experience different seasons and events at Walt Disney World. Also, if you're visiting for, well, about 8 days, you can actually start to look at getting an annual pass. Now, I have a complete video of the breakdown of the cost of the annual pass, and it really does show that if you go just about 2 trips of 4 days each, that it will actually pay for itself. So if you're somebody that can get down to Disney a little bit more often, you may really want to look at the annual pass. Even though it is kind of a little bit of a chunk of money up front, it can turn into cheaper, we'll say, later. And last but not least, number 1, you won't get burned out. Now, I personally don't think I could ever get burned out from Disney. I am one of those types of people that I could probably go every day and not have a problem with it. However, I know that there are people out there that couldn't handle that much magic. So these short trips are perfect for you. Now, you get to enjoy your short bursts of Disney and then get back to your comfort zone. But I do have a feeling that you will still leave ready to plan your next trip. I know I always do. It definitely has me wanting more when I just get a short taste of Disney. Well, with that being said, I hope that this kind of has you thinking about a short trip. I've got a short trip coming up, and we are definitely looking forward to it. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a huge thumbs up, smash that like button if that's what you're into, and of course hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified when I release new content. Again, I am Nick for Who Dat Travel, and I hope that you guys have a great day, and we'll see you real soon. Thanks, everybody.